The top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, the top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen, and this is Cook with a grab. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 16 more on that one and another first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And they'll work this down inside the They run for the first time with James. 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, 26 yards. And the Bills will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. From 19 yards away, and the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Kaiir Elam just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, partners, the first quarter too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
And that will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Off play action. Allen being chased out left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jonathan Bernard providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's the punter Martin out to kick it away. That's returnable now for Smith. A solid stiff arm. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Mills throw, taken in there by Cooks. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Mills now. He gets this one to Mechie. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Very nicely done there on the reception. And what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
That's underneath to Pierce. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Throwing, Mills. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. Touchdown, Texans. O.J. Howard, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Texans are back within a score. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. A good pickup there at 22.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Allen now on first down. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd down, Cook. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Allen now looks to throw. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Pierce will try to pick it up. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of, and here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Von Miller. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mills. That's complete to John Ross. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This is caught. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. And some room to work. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Man open, here is Crowder. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen eluding the pressure right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, at the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt, so he was clearly over the line.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
On play action, Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To the air, Allen. Caught right side, Davis. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and trying to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. On 1st and 10, Mills. This will be complete to Mechie. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. Down to about the 37.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mills steps away to his left. And his throw here's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Mills. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, who wanted them to block. Now coaches want to catch the football first.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Mills. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
John Ross, the one he was looking for, but it'll be second and goal. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this will be a touchdown. John Mechie from 8 yards out. And the Texans are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
59 yards rushing for him now to this point. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A 1st down throw for Mills. Sends it to Mechie along the sideline. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one, or the 2nd one to even matter.
We'll get this up to about the 44.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 44, Mills. That's complete to Pierce. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mills. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
On play action, Mills. Caught left side by Mechie. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. Fourth down. Mills, fourth down, gotta have it. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Houston. John Ross, 33 yards. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are right back in this football game. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans. On their side of midfield at the 47. They'll get things started with a carry by Pierce. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action now, Mills. He gets this one to Mechie. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Pierce takes it straight ahead. He finds some open field here. And he's taken down inside the 30. Mills on first down. To his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. A give left side for Pierce. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mills. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And, boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Play fake, Mills. Into the hands of Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Mills. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. First down, Mills. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. So Allen's going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. Uncorks one for Davis. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Now that's a tough throw because he's moving to his left. He's got to get his shoulders pointed back right to throw it all the way across field to try and connect. Unable to do so.
He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, 76 yards. And the Bills continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.